It is 7:59 on the 17th of April, Friday. The sun is squinting in the distance, clear sky, and I've been here for 48 minutes. The clock continues. These are the days of truckers' lives. This is what I'm carrying. So you can see it's all wrapped in plastic. So it's double protected. Wow, the sun's so bright you can't I gotta wear shades. So I'm just waiting to pull in. Once I do, I can send my empty and see what may bring me home. We'll see. It's Friday, the 17th of April. It's like 6 p.m. I'm at the Madison yard. I got my Jeep all loaded up, ready to go. I close my curtains when I'm not here because it keeps the cab cooler. And here's what I've got. And it's just a 40,000 pound coil, but it's a little bit taller and narrower than normal. And you might be able to see that I tarp this a little bit different, because when I did tarp it, it only came down to about here. I'm sorry, about right there. And this part was exposed, and there was a more experienced Maverick driver there, and I backed in, got loaded right after he did, and then, you know, they asked us to pull out to tarp. Well, I was watching him tarp his, and you know, as I was putting mine on, I'm like, huh, that's interesting. And then I discovered, oh, I'm short. And then I'm like, I bet you that method he's using will cover that up. And this is the method he used, to where you flap out, instead of tucking underneath the front and back, you flap it over the side. And mine is probably the opposite of his, because what I should have done is put this back flap, put that one on first, so the forward flap would cover it. But I've got bungees at all the important points here and right there. So I mean, it holds it in place, but it does bellow a little bit when going down the road. And otherwise, I haven't touched the load. It's all kind of, the tarp has stayed in place, and I'm happy with it. Let me back up a little bit and catch a full view of this. So it's it almost looks like it was designed, like I designed the tarp to be aerodynamic, but obviously that rear flap, which is the same on the other side, isn't cutting it. And if you can see my spools, I've adopted this technique to prevent the spools from traveling down the rail to find themselves right here above the tire. Same thing with these two here. Prevents them from migrating into this area. When I have the trailer brakes released right now, so all the air is drained out of the air ride suspension. That's why the mud flaps are on the ground. Otherwise it rides higher, a lot higher than this. It's usually let's see, it's probably a good 6 inches taller. So, but basically the reason I put the spools like that is because when you do hit bumps, they have the opportunity to hit those spools. If you hit hit a bump just right. So anyway, I got back to the yard. I ran the truck through the Maverick car wash at Madison, and you can see here in this, maybe you can see it in the sun here if I hit the right angle. Yeah, right there you can see that there's still, I guess, what you can call dirt marks on it, but I mean, it's relatively clean. and good to go. Another interesting fact, my delivery of this load is so close to where I'm at right now that my Qualcomm, or my Omnitrax, gave me an arrival message that I arrived at the consignee. And from what I understand, it's like 3 blocks that way. I don't know. Well, I do know, but I mean, I'm just kind of as the crow flies. So 40,000 pound coil. Picked it up in Indiana, and delivering here in Madison, which is rare. I was thinking maybe that this would end up going to like Arkansas or something to get me by the Madison yard. Anyway, that's enough time. Time to go home, see the wife and the children, and do home time. Last weekend was a great weekend because I got home just like this on a Friday and left out on a Monday, and I like those kind of weekends. So I'll do the same thing. I'll show up here Monday morning nice and early and take my load over there and see how the rest of the week goes. So any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll see you next week. We'll see how this goes. So far the adventure is going great. Now I just got to restock my fridge because I ate all my food. And that's the only part I do. My wife does the rest. She buys it, and I stock the fridge. It's a working relationship. So, see you later. I've organized my videos into playlists. I've got one for daily drives, one for the time when I was in training, and also one for special projects, which is just getting off the ground. If you're unable to click on any of these links, please see the video description below, and those links will be contained in the video description for you to utilize. If any of my truck driving videos with Maverick have helped you make up your mind to drive with Maverick, I'd appreciate it if you'd give my name to your recruiter as a referral. Every little bit helps my family. And again, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit that now. Thank you.